Okay, Dean Legge here. Going to wrap up this second scrimmage of the Bulldogs for 2013 fall camp. This really is the end of fall camp for Georgia, I would say. I know they started practice the other day. I want to make sure that people watching this go ahead and take advantage of that free month offer we've got on a dog post right now. Just go to dawgpost.com and go ahead and check it out. If that's for you, that's great. If not, come back and check us out a little bit later. All right, much better performance from the quarterbacks in general today, at least the top two quarterbacks. Aaron Murray, 14 for 18 with an interception, a touchdown, 173 yards. Not much in the way of, rushing from Todd Gurley and company. I think the big thing tonight is you close camp, and I know that this is my closing of camp, with not a lot of injuries that are traumatic that will be season ending, but you do have some guys that are a little bit nicked up. I mean, Josh Harvey-Clemens had a very good scrimmage tonight with 7 tackles and 3 breakups of passes, but he's not going to play in the first game. You got a Marlo Herrera with 3 tackles and 2 pass breakups, and Connor Norman with 4 tackles. I think people they don't really have a problem with Connor Norman personally, but they want to see Josh Harvey-Clemens and Trey Matthews back there. Well, we know Josh Harvey-Clemens ain't going to play in the first game. It looks right now like Trey Matthews is trying to get back healthy, whatever that means. And so the secondary continues to be an issue for Georgia in terms of safety play. At corner, it looks like Damian Swann is the number 1 corner, just period. And after that, it's probably Sheldon Dawson. And then after that, it looks like Dawson's getting his heels bitten at by Shaq Wiggins and Brendan Langley, who both had pretty good nights. Seems like Brendan Langley has surged. This wasn't one of those nights where Mark Richt was upset. This wasn't one of those nights where there was a problem. I think this was sort of a standard scrimmage. There was a lot more energy, which is a good thing. But unless you're interested in who the third-string quarterback is, who the third-string running back is, this might not have been a night that you really want to pay attention to. In the grand scheme of things, Georgia's, I think, 17 days away from teeing it up at Clemson. We still don't know who the place kicker will be. My assumption it will be Adam Erickson. We still don't know who the starting safety opposite a healthy Trey Matthews will be. We still don't know what this team really looks like when they actually run out on the field. It looks like the offense will basically be the same, except Colton Houston may be playing right tackle with John Theus playing right guard as starters. That may be what's going on. On defense, we've got a lot more variables to look at. But for the most part, you've got a young, deep defensive front, particularly on the defensive line. That do we really know what that bunch is going to be like when the bullets are flying? I don't think so. But when things were going tonight, Aaron Murray performed better. I think that's what people were concerned about, was sort of Aaron Murray's freak-out moment, and that happened this past Wednesday. But tonight, keeping track of things, it looks like Bryce Ramsey probably, although unimpressively, has snuck into the number 3 spot. Maybe not for good, but he's snuck in there right now. Maybe Brandon Douglas is the 3 at running back, which is a surprise to some degree, although A.J. Turman did not play. And then, Leonard Floyd is another name people need to just keep track of as he can really rush the passer, but Mark Richt told me tonight he wasn't, he got to get better in space. So these Bulldogs will be confronted with Clemson, a very lively and interested Clemson bunch from a very loud and probably lubricated Death Valley in Clemson. So the game will still be a big game. Right now, Georgia a slight favorite, about 1.5 point, 2-point favorite over the Tigers. But I don't think tonight changed anything on that front. So Georgia wraps up their second scrimmage. Mark Richt with a new haircut, which is probably the biggest news of the night, let's be honest. And, the Bulldogs will have picture day on Saturday. But until then, Dean Legge for Dog Post.